Oh, they said Fundora. So.
Boots Ennis, the father and longtime trainer of Jaron Boots Ennis, has turned up the pressure on unified champion Sebastian Fundora. He insists the champion should stop avoiding the matchup, sign the contract, and finally give the fans the fight they've been waiting for. Boots is equally vocal, calling for a showdown with the towering title holder and making it clear he wants the biggest challenge available.
I want Fundora. Bring on that tall, what is it, tall tower, whatever it is.
Tall Inferno.
We're going to chop him down.
Boots confidently claims that he is now the biggest attraction in the division, saying every meaningful fight leads back to him. According to him, anyone hoping to build a legendary career will eventually have to step into the ring with him.
Let's do this weight division. Like I said before, I'm the cash cow of this division. If anybody want to fight, they're going to make the most money fighting me than anybody else. So I feel like I'm the cash cow of this division. And I'm the
Discussing Fundora's strengths, Boots refuses to buy into the intimidation surrounding the champion. In his eyes, Fundora is simply an aggressive pressure fighter with unusual height, not an unbeatable force that should scare elite opponents.
I don't know. He's just tall. He's tall. Like I said, I can watch him, so I can't really give you sitting like explain. Like when the time come, I'll watch him. But as of right now, I just from this little stuff that I be seeing, it's like he's just a tall pressure fighter.
The undefeated Contenders trainer also outlines the game plan they believe will expose the champion. He says constant pressure, smart movement, and relentless attacks will wear the giant down, leaving him uncomfortable and vulnerable throughout the.
With taller guys, you got stay in their chest. You got to be in their chest. You got to dog them out, and don't let them get no room to.
John Porter also believes Boots brings a rare combination of speed and punching power that could overwhelm Fundora. Drawing from his own years inside the ring, Porter explains that watching Boots on video doesn't capture how explosive he truly is in person, which is why he believes the challenger can defeat the towering champion.
That number one, they have the game plan, but I still think that talent is so superior. Like he said, you know, it's a, and I know this from my own experience. It's a different speed on the outside than when you actually get in the ring and do it. You know, I was one of those guys that everybody felt like they could game plan for me, but they didn't understand how quick I actually was. They didn't understand how explosive I actually was able to get my way with just about everybody I was in the ring with, because on the outside looking in, it's just a little bit different, you know? So I still think he beats
Boxing analyst Sean Zittel expects this highly anticipated matchup to end in dramatic fashion. He believes Boots operates at another level technically and predicts the challenger could eventually stop Fundora in convincing style.
Ferocious. It's a great fight. I think I give the edge to Ennis though, just because he's a little more talented and a little bit more dynamic, but
you go knockout or decision?
Knockout.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia agrees that Boots possesses world-class talent, but he also warns that defensive mistakes could become extremely costly against someone with Fundora's size and reach. Garcia points to moments where Boots has been caught in previous fights as evidence that this contest carries serious danger for both fighters.
Showed the heart, the skills, the power to be able to compete and dominate against any of the top 4-pounders. But he also showed that he gets clipped and he got hurt. So, him against Fundora.
After analyzing the matchup, Garcia slightly favors the reigning champion. He believes Fundora's extraordinary height and the improvements he's made since becoming champion make him an incredibly difficult puzzle to solve, beating Garcia to expect another successful title defense.
I pick Fundora. Fundora it's been improving and getting better. Since he lost his fight and then became champion, he's getting better and better and better every time he fights. He's 6'8", 9", whatever, 6'9".
6'6", but still tall.
Tall model.
He hits hard, yeah.
He's got good power, and you know, he's been knocked out. But how easy?
Mendoza.
Yes, but how easy are you gonna connect? How easy are you gonna? You know, it's not gonna be easy. Plus,
Erickson Lubin had some success too.
Plus, like I said,
but he still beat him. Yeah.
But this was before he became champion. Now that he's champion, he's getting better and better and better. So
Breadman predicts an action-packed battle for the opening bell and believes the fight could end with an early knockout. He explains that attacking the head won't be enough against someone as tall as Fundora, making body work and relentless pressure the key to success.
I think that Boots and Fundora is an absolute Hagler-Hearns type of shootout. I think Boots is mean as a rattlesnake. He's gonna have to step to Fundora. I don't know if his jab especially to the head, will be that effective against a guy that's 6'6". So you have to jab him to his body a lot and kind of step to him. And I think he's with that. That's the kind of fighter he is. I think that I think that will be an early round shootout. I think that will be the kind of fight that will end within 4 rounds.
The respected coach imagines a fierce contest between two competitors who refuse to back down. Although he ultimately picks Boots to win, he says the unbeaten star will have to survive several difficult moments before having his hand raised.
Because of both guys, man. Because Fundora looks like a schoolboy, but he's mean. And he's the guy that comes to get it with a big heart. So I think both of them are kind of like animals, and they will both be trying to end the fight very early. And I like Boots in the fight, but I definitely think it'll be a shootout. He will have to earn.
Breadman also points out that the significant height difference will naturally force many exchanges at close range. Since Fundora is comfortable fighting on the inside despite his size, he expects intense back-and-forth action that could remind fans of some of boxing's classic battles.
Fundora's 6'6". It's going to be hard to just hit him in the head with jabs all night. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he won't be able to, but he's going to have to jab a different part of his body. I think he's going to have to attack him, and Fundora obliges that. Fundora works on the inside. He's trying to hurt you too. So I just think it's just a brutal fight. A brutal...
Meanwhile, Boots says their mission extends far beyond winning a single championship. Their goal is to collect every belt in the division, establish complete dominance, and secure a legacy that boxing fans will remember for generations.
Like these belts, I'm here to be undisputed. You know, it's a legacy thing for me right now. And like I said before, I call this run a legacy tour. You know, I'm here to show the world. You know, I'm here. You know, I'm here to stamp my name in this division, stamp my name in the boxing game, and just stamp my name in history in general. And yeah, so if it was up to me, it'd be belts next. You know, and because like I said, I would be undisputed.
Bernie the boxer acknowledges that breaking through Fundora's reach and dangerous uppercuts is an enormous challenge. While he slightly leans toward Boots, he admits the contrasting styles make the outcome incredibly difficult too.
I would rush to that.
In that fight too?
I'm a favor him, but like I'm saying, you know, Fundora, man, that range, you know, that range, he got to get past that range, you know, and he has good timing, and he throws the uppercuts, and you know, and he's standing up. You know, so these are great fights. That's a great fight. You know, that's a great fight. I don't know how he does in that fight. I think he does well. I can't say who will win. You know, like I said, I'm not Nostradamus. I was just thinking that I'm not. I know people love predictions because it's like fun. You know, people just want to hear what other people got to say. But like I'm saying, I couldn't.
He believes those stylistic differences are exactly why this fight is so exciting. In his view, both elite fighters will have to make constant adjustments throughout the night, creating a tactical battle where every round could shift momentum.
And I'm not. I know people love predictions because it's like fun. You know, people just want to hear what other people got to say. But like I'm saying, I couldn't tell you who would win that fight. I just know there are great fights to be had and made, and styles make fights. And I think they both tremendous talents. And I would love to.
Tim Bradley believes boxing is entering a new chapter led by the incredible talent of Jaron Ennis. He says Boots has the skills, charisma, and excitement to become one of the sport's biggest stars and elevate boxing to another level.
This is Boots' era right now, man. This is Boots' era. If one guy could take the sport by storm, it's Boots Ennis. He could take the sport by storm. He can. He's entertaining people. He is so entertaining.
At the same time, Bradley reminds fans not to underestimate Sebastian Fundora. His exceptional reach, constant punch output, and awkward physical dimensions create unique problems that few opponents have successfully solved.
A guy that I feel that could give Boots a run from his money. He could. And I only say that because of his attributes. Not because of his boxing skills. It's because of his attributes. That's why. This guy has, and it's Sebastian Fundora. You guys know who he is. He's a southpaw too, right? He has range. He has volume. He has punching power as well. Okay? He knows how to keep his distance.
Bradley says landing clean punches against Fundora is like trying to fight through a wall because of the champion's length. Even so, after reviewing his performances, Bradley feels Boots has the defensive ability and ring IQ needed to frustrate the champion throughout the contest.
But you got to go through a dang rain of fire to be able to get close to this guy if he don't want you to get close. Now, everybody's saying, well, Thurman was supposed to get whooped. I told y'all Thurman was going to get whooped too. Y'all heard it here too. Y'all said he going to get whooped. Okay? But I was studying the film the other day, and Boots has the style that I believe that can give him fits.
He also highlights Boots' lightning-fast hands and complete offensive arsenal as major advantages. Bradley believes sharp body shots combined with rapid combinations could reduce the impact of Fundora's reach and gradually shift control of the fight.
Not as long as this guy, but he's not, he got about 74. This other, Fundora has about 80-inch reach. But he has a quick first step. He throws combinations. He is a risk taker. He's a hell of a body puncher. He has a large toolbox, I think, that can give a guy like Fundora issues.
Bradley also criticizes what he believes is happening behind the scenes. According to him, boxing politics and sanctioning rules are being used to delay or prevent a dangerous matchup, leaving one of the division's most feared fighters waiting for the opportunity he deserves.
Wanting to fight because he don't have to fight his mandatory. I'm letting y'all know that right now. He got a year to fight his mandatory. An entire year with the WBC, right? And all he has to do is ask the WBC, hey, I want to pursue this bigger venture with Boots Ennis, but as you see, the manager, all right, they don't want it to do anything. They don't want anything to do with Boots. Nothing to do with Boots. And so people saying, well, Boots ain't fight nobody. Boots ain't fight. So now he wants to fight somebody, right? And nobody wants to fight him. And nobody wants.
He argues that rival teams are hoping Boots loses momentum before agreeing to face him. Bradley challenges Fundora to ignore the business side, reject easier options, and give fans the elite showdown they've been demanding.
Danger in fighting him right now. He's hot right now. Let him cool down a little bit. Let him cool down a bit. Let's take this easy money over here and then try to set up something next year or so. But if he was really about that action, if he was really, Fundora was really about that action, he would tell his managers, nah, I want him.
Bradley also questions why Fundora openly pursued a legacy fight with Terence Crawford while not showing the same urgency toward fighting Boots. He insists that if the champion truly wants to prove he is the best, facing Ennis is the challenge that should come next.
I want to fight Terence Crawford. I want to fight Terence Crawford. I want to fight Terence Crawford. I kept hearing that from Fundora. He wanted to challenge himself against the best. Well, right now, who's considered, I would say, the best in the division or the most talented? We're not going by resume. We're going by just eye test talent. It's Boots. That makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. And that's what the fans want, man. The fans deserve it.
Paulie Malignaggi describes Boots as one of boxing's most complete talents, consistently delivering outstanding performances whenever he enters the ring. He believes a fight between Boots and Fundora represents the biggest matchup the division can currently offer.
That's been special every single time he's out there and fights. There's no inconsistency to Ennis. I think Fundora can be the culmination, like I said, especially that Kelly's hot at the moment. Like I said, he won that IBF title in an upset. I think
the former world champion says Boots has quickly become one of the sport's biggest attractions because of his exciting style and impressive victories. However, he also notes that greater success brings greater pressure, especially when a career-defining unification fight is within reach.
Exciting TV every time he fights. He's a guy who is starting to become must-see TV regardless. I think he sells pretty well on the East Coast anyway. It looks terrific every time he's fought, and so that's why he is this budding star. But when you are a budding star, there's also so much expectation for you to look good every single time out. So we'd have to make sure that Ennis stays consistently looking really great so that he can move on into the picture with Fundora.
While Malignaggi admits choosing a winner is incredibly difficult. He believes both fighters possess unique strengths that could create serious problems for the other, making this one of the most compelling matchups in boxing today.
Fundora, of course, is a very difficult guy to deal with. Listen, Fundora is going to be difficult to deal with for anybody. And so Ennis and Fundora, I really, really would get excited for Ennis and Fundora. That's a really good fight. And for me, that's not an easy fight for either.
He explains that Fundora's unusual size, awkward style, and underrated punching ability make him a difficult opponent for anyone. At the same time, Boots is entering the fight with tremendous confidence and continuous improvement, making the clash even more intriguing.
Listen, Fundora is an awkward fight for anybody because of his height and the power that he's got at that weight. But really, to break it down, it would be interesting, and it's a really weird, strange fight to try to figure out who has the advantage there. You know, because Ennis is streaking, but Fundora also seems like he's getting better and more difficult.
Malignaggi also urges fans not to judge Fundora solely by earlier setbacks. He believes the champion has become more disciplined, more patient, and far smarter defensively, making this fight much harder to predict than many people assume.
We'll talk about that. Oh, this guy dropped and this guy hurt him. But I think Fundora's actually gotten a lot better. I think Fundora, the last couple of fights, has really looked a lot better. He's less hittable, fighting in a more cerebral way. He's eliminated some of the flaws in his style while keeping some of the strengths, you know, like keeping the strength. So for me, it made him an even more difficult guy to deal with. And he was a difficult guy to deal with even with the flaws. But now that you have these improvements in Fundora's game and Fundora's style, I think he becomes even more difficult to deal with. And yeah, like I said, Ennis and Fundora is a really, really fun fight, and one that I really would have trouble just.
Boots Ennis remains convinced they have the perfect strategy to defeat Fundora. He believes forcing the champion out of his comfort zone, changing rhythms, and presenting constantly different looks will prevent the giant from settling into his preferred style.
Make them do something they normally don't do. Because most of the box, if guys is tall and box, they normally don't have to move and come after nobody. The guys normally come to them. So you gotta switch up sometimes. Make them come to you and set them up. You know what I mean? Even though you're supposed to box your way in and go to the body and the head, sometimes you gotta switch it up though. You know what I mean? You can't be doing what they think you're gonna do. Do stuff that they don't think you're gonna do.
The experienced trainer also reveals a detailed plan to capitalize whenever Fundora leaves openings in his defense. Rather than relying on one huge punch, he wants Boots to use fast combinations, create angles, and gradually break the champion down before delivering the decisive finishing.